all I ever had was a dream.
Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Now Halliburton. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Halliburton's got his team on the board to start the game for the Pacers. Edwards passes to McDaniels. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Nesmith can't get it to go. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. And there's Edwards on the assist from Conley.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Pass to Siakam. Halliburton with it. Shoots. Here's Turner. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Count it. Now here's Conley. On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a two-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
Here's Halliburton. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Edwards drives in. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Here's Nembhard. Siakam outside. Pass to Halliburton. Back to Siakam. Over Randle. And he can't bank that one in. Minnesota leading by 4. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Ball stolen. It's Nembhard on the wing. Edwards defending. Indiana moving the ball over. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Traps in the tray.
I'll tell you, for a big man with his length, Miles Turner shoots it well from deep. This guy outstanding at spacing the floor. How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Ladies and athletes, well done. The Pacers present early.
Pacers trail by 3. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And Indiana, another 3.
Halliburton, a huge part of this offense, which is why he has the confidence in these catch and shoot situations. No hesitation.
Edwards can't hit. Pacers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Nesmith finds Siakam. Gobert with the block.
Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting near the rim. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for the Pacers. Minnesota also with the sub. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. Turner passes to Siakam. Back to Turner. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Miles Turner has great versatility, so he can score from anywhere, but right there is his bread and butter.
And he makes that one.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Pacers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Shot by McDaniels, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing.
Boy, when you think about Benedict Mathurin, this guy is a talented, aggressive scorer. His ceiling very high. He's going to have to be a little more efficient.
Some changes for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Shepard comes in for Nesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. Timberwolves also changing it up. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And he comes up with the deuce.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
1:04 left in the first quarter of the game. McConnell finds Mathurin. Reid with the block. And here is DiVincenzo. And stolen by Siakam. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Randall with the bucket.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Mathurin. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And using that body to his advantage, Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Over in the corner, Shepard. Off target from outside. Now Reid. It's stolen by Shepard. Doesn't go that time. And so it's the Indiana Pacers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pacers?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Dante DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Miller. Then there's Anthony Edwards, and it's Reid in its center. Here's McConnell, following the 3 by Minnesota. Here's Halliburton. Rebound, Minnesota.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Edwards getting the close range, too.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Halliburton passes to Mathurin. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Toppin, and Toppin throws it down.
Boy, the explosiveness of Obi Toppin can really shock the defense. This guy gets excellent airspace.
Now here's Edwards. 9 points in the game so far. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Walker. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Minnesota also making some changes. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for Miller. And it's Mike Conley in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Here's Nembhard. Turner with the screen. Nembhard the pass to Turner. And the shot goes down. Turner's got 7 points.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Conley with it. Nothing on the board. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Launches a three. Hits the three-point bomb.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Pass to Mathurin. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Jacks up a three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And
Well, Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
outside Mathurin. Halliburton against Conley. Shot from the top of the key. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 8 points for him. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner three now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening. The chemistry Toppin has with his teammates. Just get up over the rim and finish it with authority, Obi.
Edwards at the rim.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. Turner with a screen on Conley. Halliburton for three, and he's good on the three ball. Halliburton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A remarkable three-point shooter out of the gates in his NBA career, Tyrese Halliburton. Let him hear you.
Here's Edwards. The rebound by Turner. Pacers leading by 5. To the middle. Here's Mathurin. Lets it go with a three. And Turner with the basket on the assist for Mathurin. Turner's got 10 points.
Well, you just love how Miles Turner goes right up with it, right? No hesitation, catch and shoot.
A three for DiVincenzo. Connects from three-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And some changes here for the Pacers. Siakam is checked in for Toppin. And it's Nesmith in for Halliburton. Randall's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. Turner for three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Randall kicks to McDaniels. Randall passes to McDaniels. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. knocks down the three ball. Now just a 2-point Pacer lead.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And battling against the interior of that defense, nice to see that Mathurin has that toughness.
Mathurin hits them both. There's 47 seconds left here in the second. McDaniels kicks to Conley. Out left to the wing. McDaniels finds Conley. Here's DiVincenzo. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. He's got 14.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
Here's Nesmith. Gobert with the block.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Now, here's Nesmith. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pacers, thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the Fan half-court shot drum line. They're thinking about the shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Turner in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Minnesota's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
That bucket in no time at all. Turner's got 13.
Well, the big man just plays within his strengths. Miles Turner doing work right now on the offensive end.
And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Randall.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And they take the lead. Edwards got 4 this quarter.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Now, Nembhard, Siakam outside. They set the screen. A three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota in the lead. Conley, the pass to Randall. Back to Conley. And here is McDaniel. Edwards looking it over. And finished off by Edwards.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards. Always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And here's Halliburton. He's got 11, and it's slammed in by Turner.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Halliburton outside. Right side Turner. All sorts of time. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And that's 17 points for Miles Turner. It's Edwards on the wing. Nembhard covering. Edwards, good.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
Halliburton outside. There's the three. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Edwards kicks to Conley. Randall passes to Edwards. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, size and athleticism, a little bit of craftiness right there by Anthony Edwards. That up fake gets that defender committed, and the free throw line opportunity is coming.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Nesmith. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Halliburton passes to Nembhard. Siakam outside. Turner with the screen for Halliburton. From outside, off the mark. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Conley dishes to Randall. It's Edwards on the wing. And finished off by Edwards.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
Pacers trail by 7. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Pass to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
Halliburton passes to Mathurin. Down low, Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
How about that? He's 7 feet tall, and Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 9 points. Pass to Nembhard. Indiana moving it around. Clock at 4. Wide open. Nice jump shot. Good. Nembhard's got his second basket of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. You gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Randall finds Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
You know, that's using speed and quickness to combat size. By the time the defense reacts, it's far too late.
Halliburton with it. He's got 11. Pass to Siakam. For Indiana, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
First team foul.
No good on the free throw. So both teams changing it up here.
Pascal Siakam.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Edwards. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
You're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this. Still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. The Timberwolves on top, leading by 8. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So on the floor for Minnesota, you've got Naz Reid. Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Minot in at the power forward. Pass to Mathurin. That's good. It's McConnell with the assist. 12 points here for Benedict Mathurin.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Minnesota making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
A shot by McConnell, no good. Minnesota leading by 8. Edwards inside. He's covered by Halliburton. Off with the layup. Pass to Walker. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And the 3 off target.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Pacers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those bucks over here.
The Pacers making a switch here. Nembhard's checked in. Clark, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Alexander Walker. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Mathurin finds Nembhard. Tapping a screen on DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot from 13. Reid with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 9. Toppin with the steal. Halliburton outside. On the wing, Mathurin. Pass to Nembhard. Play on the clock. There's the triple. And it's Mathurin missing. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And it's off from three-point range. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Minnesota's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Reed kicks to Conley. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Nembhard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Some changes for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. And Aaron Nesmith subbed in for Benedict Mathurin.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Outside Turner, beyond the arc. Rebound Minnesota.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Clark finds DiVincenzo. Drills it from outside. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Clark. And it's McDaniels in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, Miles Turner understands how to use his size and length. Doesn't matter if he's blocking shots or going for his high release point jump shot. He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
Shots good by Siakam.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Conley into the lane. Banked in off the glass. Conley's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, Mike Conley, the ability to change gears on the drive, that is pretty.
Tries from 10. A nice shot by Halliburton.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Halliburton passes to Nesmith. Turner with the screen. Back to Nesmith. Pass to Halliburton. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Got a piece of it. Here's Nembhard. McDaniels defending.
That's just a savvy move to draw the foul. And despite that young age, Halliburton like a seasoned veteran right there.
That's good from Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Halliburton hits them both. The three for DiVincenzo. Toppin pulls it in. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Anthony
Ugh.